Okay, so today we're going to work on the learning activity for Unit 14. Look some more at dependency injection, uh, particularly how it's used in a modern app, and we'll look at the eShop application for that. So if we go down here, got I moved this into its own document, so I thought you might want to just make a copy of it and then you can type in answers to it as you go here. Um, so there's two concepts that are related that are tied together here. One is the general concept of dependency injection. There's different ways of doing that. Often we talked about in a constructor passing the needed objects to a constructor that needs to do stuff. So we can inject the dependencies into the class. Uh, a more advanced version of this is called inversion of control, or IOC here. And so one of the things you'll be exploring is what is IOC and how does it work? It's a kind of automatic configuration of this where we just list the what objects a class or an app will need and have it set up there. So at this point, I know people are kind of probably worn out, so I'm flexible. I want you to do this if you want to do this individually or if you want to do this in pairs there. And I'll let you self-select pairs if you want there. So you can do it either way for this. Today we're just going to go through have you go through the learning activity. It's just basically looking through code and answering questions here. Some things you may want to do is you may want to open up this code in Visual Studio. I find that useful because then in the IDE you can, like, if you want to see where something used or search for something, it's, I think, easier to do in the IDE than in GitHub. You don't have to, but that might help. You can certainly use AI. I think AI does an okay job, especially with sections of code here to explain this. And again, we have the Notebook LM that has some of the documentation and code for this that you can have it try to use it to explain some of the things here. So you can use any of those to help answer these questions and look through this code. And again, so I'm not going to, again, you can work on it on your own or you can work on it in pairs. I'll let you do either way, whatever you think is easiest. Online people, I'll set up a set of rooms, breakout rooms, and you can then decide if you want to select a breakout room or not in just a sec. And again, the other thing you'll be working on is the final project here. The first sprint of this is due by Sunday night here. And again, you can either work on your own software development project or modify the eShop application. I had Docker desktop get corrupted on my main computer in my office, so it took me a while to get that fixed and running. But now it's running. So I'm a little bit behind on updating some of the stuff. But again, there are certainly 15 points worth of things you can do in here or to get started with this and get this thing running. So again, if you want to modify eShop, you can. There's a couple things that are still out here or need to be updated. They're in red, and I will be updating those this afternoon. I have most of the afternoon that I can work on this freed up, and now I have Docker and my office computer is running okay. So I'll fix that this afternoon. So again, you're free to work on that also there. So I'm going to set up breakout rooms for the online students or the Zoom students. And let you decide if you want to work individually or work in pairs. I'll probably come back at 10:30 just to check with everyone and see if there are any issues or stuff like that. So I'll stop this and I'm going to stop the recording and we'll jump back here in like 20 minutes to see how everything's going. Okay, I want to check in with everyone here. We've been basically doing this. It's now 11 an hour here, and that's kind of my goal is I thought this should take about an hour of work. So where are we at? Uh, uh, are we, so did you get to three? Did you get done with 3, 5, Johnny? Did you guys get pretty done with this? Yeah, okay, that's good.
We got done with it.
Yeah,
to
all right.
3.4.
So seems like a good amount of work there. So again, remember you can still work on the final project. Let me know if you have anything, but I'll wrap up. We'll stop the recordings. Online students, again, we expect you to spend about an hour of this. Again, in-class students, if you didn't get everything done, I mean, this is just a learning activity. So as long as you're attempting it and putting in your hour of work, I can give you credit with this. Feel free if you do want to work on it some more, that's fine. But my goal here is to have you spend an hour trying to understand these IOC stuff and dependency interjections. So hopefully that worked. All right, well, I'll leave Zoom open in case anyone has any questions, but I'll stop the recording. So, okay.